Tom McKeown from YourTrueChange.com. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to focus on the top 5 things you need to know about working a conference. Anybody that has their own business, anybody especially in the internet marketing business, or anybody that's an entrepreneur at all, or looking to cultivate more sales leads or do whatever. Obviously, conferences are something that we frequently go to, and if you're not going to them, you should start going to them because conferences absolutely are one of the best ways possible to get new leads. Um, there are many ways to do conferences and many ways not to do conferences, and I'm going to go over my top 5 observations as someone that's been to over 100 conferences in the past couple of years as a professional salesman, as well as someone that has a couple of businesses of my own, and I'm going to share with you what I think are the most important things to do, right? The first is listen, right? Less talking. Now, what one thing that most people don't understand is that when you first meet someone and you don't really know somebody, uh, the human mind is always thinking, okay, what can I say to impress this person? What can I say to get this person to, believe that I'm someone special? That is what 95% of people are thinking, all right? And have you ever come away from a conversation where you said almost nothing and people come back to you and say, "Wow, you're a great conversationalist," or "Wow, yeah, I really enjoy talking to you." That's because you didn't talk that much. People want to be heard. They want to feel as if um, let's say, uh, they're being respected, they're being looked up to, that like their voice matters. So you have to make sure that everybody talks and it looks like you're listening and you genuinely care and you genuinely think that what they're saying is something that is very, very, very valuable. If you do that, there's a good chance that you're going to make a very good connection and that you're going to be someone that they're going to want to see again, okay? And they're going to want to network with outside of the conference, okay? So that's very, very important. Listen. Don't talk too much about yourself. Always be asking questions. Give a little bit of information about yourself and what you do. Okay, always have, of course, a one-liner, but then go right back. So the key is listen as much as possible. Let them do the talking. Trust me, you'll be a rock star if you make them feel that they're special and they're important. Number 2 is always look busy. Now, it's really, really easy to go to a conference, to be sitting there by the coffee or by the hors d'oeuvres table, or by the table where they have all the pamphlets on the speakers and the exhibits and stuff, and just be kind of sitting there. Go up to everybody and just start talking, okay? Even if they have nothing to do with your niche or your vertical or your industry, just go and start talking. Trust me, it's really, really, really important. Um, if you always look busy, you will look like someone to other people who they should be talking to. Okay, people who are kind of there saying, okay, who do I talk to next? Who do I talk to next? And they're looking around, and they see you always kind of this busybody talking to people. They'll think, you know what, that person might be important. Okay, so always look busy. Number 3, talk non-business. This is so important. The reality is that 95% of the time, people are not going to care that much about what you have to say beyond what it is that you do. Once you identify what it is exactly that you do, and it's not within the same exact job scope or career scope as them, they don't really care about what else you say. They're thinking, how do I impress this person, or how do I get this person to stop talking to me? So you want to talk non-business. Make it a personal connection, because at minimum, you're putting the onus on them to talk back to you. You're having them let down their guard. You're making them feel more comfortable, and you're forming more of a personal connection, which is really what networking is all about. It's not about just talking about business the whole time. It's about forming business connections, and staying in touch, becoming genuine friends, and then when business is appropriate, you talk business. So talk sports. Talk about the weather or the party, or say what do you like to do on the side? I was talking to a guy last week. He's a big stand-up paddleboarder. Every time we talk on the phone now, since we have met, we talk about stand-up paddleboarding for 90% of the conversation, and then the business point. If you do that, you'll form long-term connections. If you talk non-business, you'll make as many connections as possible. People will be returning your calls and remembering you. Okay. Number 4, work the bathroom. This sounds kind of odd, but it works really, really, really well. What do I mean? I don't mean go and camp out in the bathroom. That's disgusting. Okay. I mean um, many times, during a conference, everyone has to go to the bathroom, or most people at some point in time, especially if it's an all-day thing, right? If you stand by the bathroom, especially during the speeches when the speakers are talking, um, all the people that know how to work conferences, 90% of them are not watching the speech or not paying attention. If they're not on their Blackberries or their iPhones or their computers or laptops, they're out networking in the hallway or the lobby, or they're doing work somewhere. Okay, so if you go and you stay next to the bathroom, you can go and approach some key people who maybe inside the conference, maybe they're swarmed and crowded by too many people and you can't reach them, right? Maybe it's kind of awkward. If you go right outside the bathroom and they're walking out, oh yes, hi, how are you, Mr. Swanson? Oh yes, I'm blah 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 blah. Okay, works all the time. They may be kind of annoyed at first, but you know something? If you act casual about it, and if you talk down business and you get them to let their guard down and you follow the first three parts of what we're talking about here, they'll forget. Okay, and you made a connection. The bathroom is so valuable for that reason. It's almost like, you know, having almost no competition in one corner of the conference, right? Where nobody else is kind of swarming that person. Okay, and of course, number five, action means more than words. And what I mean is, so many times we go to conferences, we say, "Oh yeah, I'll make an introduction to this person," or "Yeah, I'm gonna, do this for you and do that," and we don't do it. The worst part is when people, say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, let's talk, let's talk, let's talk," and then they don't follow up, or the person follows up and they don't even respond to an email, or won't even take a phone call. Be genuine, be sincere. If you don't think that you're a fit for what the person should be doing, or vice versa, then you just politely say, no, thank you, I appreciate it, but I don't really think it's, a fit at this point, but maybe, follow up next year or something like that, okay? No one's going to think you're a jerk, okay? You don't want to waste their time either, okay? So, but don't make false promises. And if you're going to make an introduction, or if you're going to do things for people, go and do them. Make as many introductions as possible. Write as many letters of recommendation. Get together for coffee with that person, okay? Do what you possibly can. The conferences are sort of the mixer for you to go later and take action, not for you to go and hunt for leads and make sales on the spot, or get clients on the spot, or ultimately go and accomplish your goal. It's a multiple step process, people, which we'll get into in later episodes. But those are the top five things you need to know about working conferences. If you do these things, you're going to cultivate a lot of leads. You're going to be a great networker, and you're going to do a lot of business. Trust me. Okay. So Tom McKeown signing off from yourtruechange.com. This, of course, was brought to you by Body by V, the 90-day Body by V challenge, where you can lose weight, get in great shape, change your life. You can look in the bottom here. You can see my link where you can go ahead and join the challenge with me and my group and get in awesome shape. I lost 75 pounds. There's no reason why you can't either. So you can go to my link, which is on the bottom of this video, and I will sign off and talk to you next time. Thank you once again.